Hey there, all you Tony Award wieners! Welcome back to Broadway by Ghostlight. I'm Mark Bonanni, and if you are watching this video on the day of its release, it's Tony Awards Sunday, one of the high holy days for theater fans everywhere. The 2022 Tony Awards are tonight, and I couldn't be more excited. Well, I could be actually if a certain show wasn't egregiously overlooked.
God damn it!
But delusional gripes aside, this year has many super competitive categories, so predictions are hard. I participated again this year in the Tony Predictions Challenge over at Wait in the Wings, where wrong guesses can lead to major punishments. So make sure you check that out after this. But with this year's Tonys returning to a somewhat sense of normalcy after these chaotic last few years, I thought it would be fun to explore some interesting and random Tony Award trivia and background so you can blow all your friends away with your knowledge at your Tony Awards viewing parties tonight.
You're so smart. You're so effing smart.
So without much further ado, here is Tony Awards trivia to impress your friends. Who the heck is this Tony person, and why are we giving them so many awards? Just like the Academy Awards are more commonly known as the Oscars, the Antoinette Perry Awards is the full name for the Tonys. Antoinette Perry, who friends did call Tony as a nickname, was an actress, a producer, and one of the first important female directors in the history of theater. She co-founded the American Theater Wing during World War II and established the Stage Door Canteen, which gave servicemen a place to relax and be entertained by world-famous performers. When she died in 1946, her producing partner Brock Pemberton created the Antoinette Perry Awards as a way to honor her memory.
She's not really dead if we find a way to remember her.
What is that?
Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan!
The very first Tony Awards. The first ever Antoinette Perry Awards commenced on April 6, 1947, which was Easter Sunday. The dinner and ceremony were held in the grand ballroom of the iconic hotel and salad namesake, the Waldorf Astoria. 1,200 Broadwayites enjoyed a dinner including lobster bisque, chicken in black cherry sauce, and frozen strawberry souffle.
Now I'm really hungry.
The ballroom was decorated to harken back to the Stage Door Canteen days, and the attendees were treated to performances by the casts of Carousel, Finian's Rainbow, Oklahoma, and more. The cost of the ticket for this evening was $7.50, a far cry from the $256 student rush tickets they offer now.
Oh, well, that's just stupid.
Dancing started at 7:30, the dinner started at 9 p.m., and at the stroke of midnight, 11 Tony Awards were presented in 7 different categories, which did not yet include the Best Musical category. 8 special awards were also given to tried and true members of the theatrical community, including Vincent Sardi Sr. To hear more about that and Sardi's special connection to the Tonys, you can check out my video about the legendary Theater District Eatery after this. But while several newspapers reporting the evening's pageantry referred to the awards as the Perrys, the award really got its lasting nickname when founder Brock Pemberton, while giving out one of the awards, referred to it as a Tony, and as they say, the rest is history.
Tony, 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 Tony.
What about my prize? Where's my prize? It's my best Mario Cantone impression. For the first 2 years of the Tonys, the winners were given a scroll as their award, plus Tiffany compacts and 24-karat gold bracelets for the women, and cigarette lighters and gold money clips for the men. In 1949, United Scenic Artists held a contest to design an award for the Tonys. The winner was the disc-shaped medallion we know today, designed by Herman Rossi. The original prototype is apparently at the Chapin Memorial Library in Williamstown, Massachusetts, which I definitely need to see now.
Road trip? Yeah!
It wasn't put on a black pedestal until 1967, and yes, it really does spin. In 2010, the award was given a slight redesign, increasing the size and weight of the base to be a little more substantial.
It's a little bigger.
The real price of winning. If a show wins the award, the actual Tony Award is given to the author or authors and up to 2 producers for free. If you were an additional producer, you can still get a Tony for $2,500.
Excuse me? Baking powder?
And that was as of 2013, so it very well could be more now. That's a pretty hefty sum, and the theater wing knows it. The money earned from additional Tony sales helped to cover the cost of the ceremony itself. And think about it, it's not uncommon nowadays for a show to have 20 plus producers. Money, 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 money. So that extra Tony money adds up pretty quick. While the first Tony Awards were broadcast over the radio, the ceremony itself wasn't broadcast over television until 1956, and then only locally in New York City.
New York City!
The first Tony Awards to be televised nationally was the 21st Annual Tony Awards in 1967. It was hosted by Robert Preston and Mary Martin and presented live from the Shubert Theater. In fact, before it found its somewhat permanent home at Radio City Music Hall, the Tony Awards were presented at various Broadway theaters throughout the years. The person who's hosted the most Tony ceremonies? Angela Lansbury, with 5 times hosting. Neil Patrick Harris, Hugh Jackman, Robert Preston, and Nathan Lane all tie for second with 4 times each. I cannot wait to see how Ariana DeBose does tonight. Big fan, I think she'll be amazing.
You must always try your best with all of your heart.
Great performance! Here's your bill. As we all know, every musical that is nominated for Best Musical or Best Revival that is still running by Tony time gets to perform a number on the Tony telecast. Though, honestly, nowadays, most still running musicals get to perform too.
Performances from Spider-Man, Sister Act, and last year's Tony-winning Best Musical, Memphis.
And a strong performance can drastically boost ticket sales, but it's far from free publicity. The producers of every show performing on the Tonys, nominated or not, has to pay for that privilege.
Doesn't seem right.
And it's no small fee either. In 2015, the revival of Spring Awakening took to Kickstarter to raise the $200,000 needed to perform, which they indeed raised.
Oh God, what a bitch.
Oh where, tell us where did we go right?
Mel Brooks' 2001 smash hit The Producers is still the record holder for the most Tony Award wins ever. The show won in every category it was eligible for, winning 12 awards total. It also had the record for the most nominations with 15, but mega blockbuster Hamilton broke that record in 2016 with 16 nominations.
16 nominations, Ma, we can't lose.
The musical revival with the most wins is the 2007 Lincoln Center revival of South Pacific, winning 7 Tonys, while the iconic 1999 revival of Kiss Me Kate has the most nominations for a musical revival with 12. Broadway's biggest nights, biggest winners. Legendary director, producer Hal Prince won an astounding 21 Tony Awards during his illustrious career. 8 for directing, 10 for producing, and 3 special Tony Awards.
Dang, that's a lot.
The man was an absolute genius and is dearly missed. Though that is not the record. That technically belongs to Roger Berlind, having won 25 Tonys, each for producing Tony-winning productions. Tommy Tune is up there in wins with 10, notably not only for choreography and direction, but for acting as well. Stephen Sondheim and Bob Fosse both earned 8 awards in their lifetimes. The performer with the most Tonys is, of course, the goddess Audra McDonald, with 6 awards in all 4 acting categories: Best Actress in a Musical, Best Actress in a Play, Best Featured Actress in a Musical, and Best Featured Actress in a Play.
Her movements, her dancing, her voice, everything about her is terrific!
Acting legend Julie Harris also has 6 Tonys, but one of them was non-competitive. Miss Harris does have the most acting nominations, however, with 10, along with My Best Gal, Cheetah Rivera.
I'll tell you, it's just such an honor to just be nominated.
The Tony Awards' not so biggest winners. While the big winners mentioned are of course all immensely deserving, a Tony Award is not always an indication of greatness. There have been several legendary and important musicals who have lost the coveted Best Musical award, including West Side Story, Hair, Follies, Funny Girl, Into the Woods, and Gypsy. Arguably the greatest musical of all time, didn't just lose to one musical, but two.
How's that even possible?
More on how that's possible in just a bit. As I said before, winning awards does not equal greatness. The iconic Kander and Ebb know this more than anyone, I think. The original production of Chicago was nominated for 11 awards, losing all of them, mostly to A Chorus Line, setting a record for the most nominations with no wins. Kander and Ebb's musical Steel Pier would tie that 11 noms no wins feat in 1997, but the record would finally be broken in 2011 with Kander and Ebb's The Scottsboro Boys, which earned 12 nominations but no wins. Yikes. That record has yet to be broken, though Mean Girls the Musical tied it in 2018 with
12 nominations, 0 awards.
It's a tie! You're both pretty. There have been 10 ties in Tony Award history in 8 different categories. I mentioned before the musical Gypsy losing to 2 musicals. That is because there was a tie for Best Musical in 1960, with The Sound of Music and Fiorello both winning. In 1993, Kander and Ebb's score for Kiss of the Spider-Woman tied with Pete Townshend's score for The Who's Tommy. Gwen Verdon and co-star Thelma Ritter both won for their work in New Girl in Town in 1958. Russell Knipe from Goldilocks and Leonard Stone from Redhead shared Best Featured Actor in a Musical wins in 1959. The most recent tie occurred in 2009 with Billy Elliot and Next to Normal both winning Best Orchestrations.
We have a tie! Tie? Oh my God. What do you mean tie?
Worst Tonys ever. 1985 was a rough year for Broadway, and the Tony Awards that year reflected it. 3 categories that year had to be eliminated. Best Actress in a Musical was eliminated because only one person was eligible, though that didn't stop Aaron Tveit winning his year, but anyway. Best Actor in a Musical and Best Choreography were both eliminated as well, because the Tony nominating committee, quote, did not consider any of the performances or choreography outstanding or excellent. Ouch.
Girl, the shade of it all.
Category is Tony Eleganza Extravaganza. As with most award entities, categories have come and gone throughout the years. Some original categories for the Tonys, such as Best Revival, Best Sets, Costumes, Lighting, etc., have since been split up between musicals and plays, while others have bitten the dust entirely, like Best Conductor, Best Newcomer, Best Stage Technician, and Best Special Theatrical Event. In early 2014, it was announced that the categories of Best Sound Design for both plays and musicals would be discontinued. It was a very controversial decision that caused quite an uproar within the community, as it should have. Luckily, the category was reinstated in 2018. Another interesting almost category was in 2005 when the Tony Committee announced a new category, Best Performance by an Actor or Actress in a Recreated Role.
What the hell does that mean?
Designed to honor replacement actors in shows, the category was an oft-asked-for one, especially after Reba McEntire's triumphant stint in the revival of Annie Get Your Gun in 2001. Though it turned out to be a bit of a logistical nightmare for the Tony nominators and voters, who now needed to see every eligible replacement cast on top of all the new shows they had to see.
No, it's too much. Oh, it's just too much.
After no one got the necessary number of votes to be nominated, the award was quickly and quietly abandoned.
That's a damn shame.
We were the Tonys before the Tonys. Before the Tony Awards came around in 1947, the big theater awards were the Donaldsons. Created in 1944 by drama critic Robert Francis, the Donaldsons were named after W.H. Donaldson, the founder of Billboard magazine. The Donaldsons were voted on by the Broadway community at large, with no official nominees designated. Some of the early Best Musical winners at the Donaldsons were Carmen Jones, Carousel, and High Button Shoes. The Donaldsons were discontinued in 1955 because of being overshadowed by the success of the Tony Awards.
Shut it down. Shut it all down.
And that, my Broadway babes, is a slew of Tony Awards facts, trivia, and history to impress your friends and families when you watch the Tony Awards. There are lots more interesting facts and figures about Broadway's biggest night, so if you enjoyed this and would like a part 2, please let me know down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. As always, please give this video a like, make sure you're subscribed, and sharing this video on the socials really helps me and this channel out a lot. Make sure and follow me on Twitter at bwayghostlight, where I do Tony Award polls every day where you guys get to pick the winners. Again, thank you all for watching. You guys that stick around to the very end are my absolute favorites.
I love you guys.
Until next time, this is Broadway by Ghostlight. I'm Mark Bonanni. I'll see y'all next time.